Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another stream. This is again Monte, Fisto, and I know last weekend was extremely light on this streaming. I think the only thing I streamed was Final Fantasy 11. And then over the week we did have one Half-Life 2 stream. Life has been, as I've been pointing out, very stressful recently. It looks like things are starting to calm a bit down. I don't mean to jinx myself or anything. But I know shit was looking pretty bad for Layla there for a bit. It still is. But I did get her the farmer's dog. This stream has been brought to you by, I know, but seriously, give me a kickback, goddamn. I need the money. I'm gonna become DSP, baby. But no, I got a farmer's dog, and it's actually been really good so far. I mean, she's been eating the shit out of her food. Now, part of that is because I've started putting a little Parmesan cheese in there as well. But like, she was already eating way more of that food than before. But then also, you know, I was looking at like ways to acclimate your dog to new food faster. Yeah, mix some of the new with some of the old, you know, that kind of shit. But it's like fucking Parmesan cheese. I'm like, motherfucker, what? I don't know, man. It's like if I was driving around, I'm like, yeah, my car kicks up a lot of smoke and is overheating a lot. You know, you'd be like, all right, do you put like oil and like antifreeze in it? Is it running low on either? That's what you would recommend, right? Because, you know, you don't know for sure. You'd start with a big and then move on to the more specific. It's like, my God, motherfuckers with dogs, help me out here. I'm like, because afterwards I started talking to people like, yeah, that's a really good fucking technique. Yeah, I've done that. It's like, all right, fucker. And why did you fucking tell me, you dickhead? Oh my God. But yeah, so she's been consistently eating all of her meals and throwing up less, mostly because I've been picking her up like a fucking maniac. Letting gravity do its thing. So, I am hopeful that if this continues for another, 2 weeks, month, she will start to be gaining weight again, which is my goal. She is a sweetheart. Yeah, but like her body needs nourishment from all that shit. She really does, so. Yeah, that was me last weekend, was because the food didn't get here until, Thursday, Wednesday, sometime around there? I want to say it was Wednesday. Yeah, because I think I streamed on Monday night. Yeah, but that time in between waiting for that shit and like just trying to get her to eat food it was very stressful. Then, you know, work is obviously, as it always has been stressful. And then this morning's boxing was a lot, so I got back. Those post-boxing sleeps, man. Hold up, let's stop this and start to get into game. Those post-boxing sleeps, even though it's like, it's like a 2-3 hour nap, right? Dude, it's some of the deepest sleep I get. Like, I am so wiped. I know I say that every time I, do one of these Saturday morning in air quotes. It's like 3 p.m. It's the morning to me, guys. But I'm like, my brain is like pure fog. I mean, I'm just fucking out, dude. Can you imagine being like in a real fight, or even just like maybe do like football or some shit, But like after a fight, and you're all beat up, win or lose, or whatever, you must just go into a fucking coma that whole fucking weekend. But anyway, we are, I want to say about halfway through. What the fuck were we doing? Really, it brings back in the, all the homies. Are we killing, like, the Dark Knights? 'Cause the Dark Knights are, like, doing, like, a purge of all the, people with marks on their face, right? Because the other town has been wiped out, some shit like that. Yeah, they killed everyone in the church or some shit. Something like that. Before Clive and Jill might claim their second Mother Crystal. Yes, we're traveling to destroy the second Mother Crystal, yes. We must first secure passage to the distant Iron Kingdom. Something Clive believes his long-lost uncle in Port Isolde might be able to provide them, assuming they can get there first. Yes. All eyes focused on the crystalline dominion. The fringes have begun to slow folly into disarray with rumors of unspeakable atrocities abound. Make matters worse, trusted ally and friend to man and bear alike. Martha has gone missing from her inn. Yes. Did we find that bitch? I don't even know. Yes, because we are Harriet Tubman in this game. That is nice. I like that this is, because I remember Final Fantasy 13 had like explanations of what happened in the last little chapter, and it's like 5 fucking paragraphs each. And it's like, I don't need that. Just give me the cliff notes, because I played the fucking thing, so I remember what happened. Shit like that. Yeah, I've said before, I'll say it again, I'll say it again and again. Final Fantasy 16 is like if Final Fantasy 13 was good. The issue is, even then, it's not that good. It's still, like, it's a good game, don't get me wrong. Once again, did I show my ranking? Come on, get to the, get over to the other screen, the OBS screen, no. Alt tab. Am I allowed to alt tab? Whatever. But, shit. I want to alt tab and risk like slow down or some weird shit. But yeah, I don't have 16 in the bottom 5, but it's like what does that be? Yeah, I think 15 is barely in the bottom 5. I have this ranked 1 above it. So yeah, I mean, I have my issues with this one. How much points do we got? Yeah, we were saving up for Ramuh Judgment Bolt. What's good, social justice, Waluigi? Kwazu would have made weapons. Oh, Gowazu. Gowazu would have made weapons break and levels go down, indeed. You know, and I've said before that, like, I don't think the math in Final Fantasy 2 was fucked. I don't think he meant for what was it, intelligence to go down that much, because for whatever reason that was going down way more than everything else. Like, if you have a magic user, it's got to be fucking dedicated. All right, well, yeah, let's just go in here. How you doing, social justice, Waluigi? Fuck. Oh wait, we got this. Fuck. Oh wait, hold up, we got this. Look how strong I am, baby. I got a coffee here and a Celsius energy drink, because I need it.
Something, boy.
These Celsius energy drinks aren't bad. They're like, what, 10 calories a piece? Very light in terms of flavor. Not bad, not bad. Watching my Final Fantasy 2 VODs, YouTube doing its job. Oh, abso-fucking-lutely, dude. How, yeah, I mean, I expected this. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, the Dark Knights are, like, going on mass execution on everyone. So recently I've been listening to audiobook on just driving around so much for work, like ancient world history, and also hardcore history, and just hearing what the Assyrians would do. This is fucking nothing. I mean, even the Romans would be doing some more fucked up shit here. But I don't think you can really show that in a game, maybe, unless it's hard. I mean, can you get more mature than M?
Anyone? I don't know.
I guess if you get the M rating, might as well lead into it, right?
But this
LARP like Mesopotamians, absolutely, dude. Yeah, they would like do like fucking like skin motherfuckers alive and make like skin pillars. I don't even know how that works. I'm like, I struggle to imagine it. They'd make like a mountain of the living and a mountain of dead.
and I will end it.
I don't know how you would make a mountain of living. I guess like wounded or some shit. LARP like an Egyptian. How you doing, Amerisharts? Yeah, you can tell, Amerisharts. I've been on a ancient history fucking binge recently. Want to get into
Yes.
total lore and shit. More.
We can't leave them here like this.
Alright.
But if the Black Shields have made
Yeah,
it
the
this
Black
far
Shields.
south,
Okay, so I remember
they
some
may
things.
already be in Port Isolde.
So yeah, Clive's mother, who is the... What? There we are. What? So this is all part of the... Not Crystalline Dominion, that's this one, right? What's this? The Empire? What was this fucking place? The Empire of what? Sambrique. Sambrique Empire. She went to fuck the king because she's a massive hoe, and then in return, I guess she's like the marquise or whatever of this area where we originally were from, Rosaria, and yeah, she's a crazy cunt. She really does not like Kunta Kinte. All right, motherfucker. All right, what do we get? Watching bad gameplay, I feel you. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I have it in the title for the video. We have hit 500 subs on YouTube, which is crazy. We were like kind of hover handing around like 480, and then over the course of like a month, I got like 20, which is, I don't know, YouTube just want to suck on my dick a little bit, which I'm grateful for. Because, you know, the YouTube algorithm giveth and the YouTube algorithm taketh away. Did I just get, like, a second one of these? Yeah. Alright, I already had this one. Weird. Alright. This game has nice things, but lacks real RPG elements, teammates, etc. On Square to the only decent thing left is modern DQ. Let's hope the new one doesn't suck. Yeah, if we ever get the fucking new one, for the record. But I actually, from what little I've played, I've only played the demo of 7 Remake, and I've seen gameplay footage of other aspects of it. It looks like it does a good balance of real-time action where you can kind of give commands to your homies and take over for your other homies if you want. Okay, I want to like search for everything. But yeah, my main issue with this one, as I've said before, is there's just a lack. Just a general lack. What it has, this game does really well, but it needs more. It's one of those things you don't even like notice until you don't have it. And once you don't have it, you're like, wait a minute. Every other, game, short of like, excluding Final Fantasy 13, had like just more shit in it to do. Here there's the exploration element. There's the side questing. There's the watching of cutscenes. And then you have, the combat. But, like, aside from that, you don't really have, like, any much else. I don't know, just, like, little things, like, where you walk into town and you talk to someone, and then you go on, like, some fucking rabbit hole of some side quests, right? Like, here, just having just the side quest marker, and then you're gonna warp to your goal for the side quest, or as close to it as possible. You're gonna kill the one thing, or deliver the one item, and then warp back and then get it. For the combat, you're gonna do your same combat strategy pretty much every time. That uniformity kind of hurts. How is Offkai? One of the Gator lookalikes. I wasn't doing Offkai, baby. But this week, I was saying, like this last week where I wasn't streaming a whole lot, I was just taking care of little baby Layla. Yeah, I got the farmer's dog food. Because I was like, fuck, might as well. Like, Layla looks like she's going anyway. I mean, it really is getting fucking dark. But she's fucking eating it, dude. She's finishing all of her meals. I was saying I was putting a little Parmesan cheese in her food, and on top of like her already liking the food way more. And she's been throwing up less, mostly because I'm picking her up non-fucking stop after her meals. And so hopefully she starts putting on weight. I mean, I don't see how she wouldn't, because, you know, calories in, calories out. Alright, so we checked out that shit. Alright. I just want to make sure I get everything. You know, if we're in an empty town, might as well search for a little chest. Did you see that? How, like, I got found the one chest in this town, and I got, like, a rare belt. It was a rare belt of one I already got for other shit. Like, you'll never find an item that is just like, oh my god, that's the, you know. Let's use Final Fantasy V, for example, where you find, you know, like the chicken knife. The knife that sucks ass, but every time you run away in battle, it like goes up a point of strength until it's the strongest weapon in the game. You know, aside from the Brave Blade. Or you get the cursed, you know, with the bone armor, right? The bone armor, where the bone armor sucks, it's cursed, you're going to die.
Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
But what, you know, you can't heal with it, but if you hit yourself with fire, you heal. So if you use the right combo of shit, then you have this insanely broken... That fucker needed to die, for the record. I just snapped that fucking thing's neck. Oh my god. Jill's like, Clive, what the fuck is wrong with you? They were just chocobos. What the fuck? Where are you? I want to shoot you with lightning. There you are. Oh, I need to also tell you to do shit. That one's kind of a weird one. You like make this little like lightning pylon, and then you have to like whack it with your sword and makes lightning explosions. So you're like not targeting the enemy with it. You're targeting your pylon, which then hits all the nearby enemies. Kind of a neat idea. I like that, like 2-foot jump. Gotta love it. But anyway, yeah. So the 500 YouTube milestone. It's good. It feels nice. I don't focus too much on the numbers because then you're just gonna lose your fucking mind. Like you really will. But you know, hitting the little milestones is nice. I don't really make a big deal of like, let's see, what was it? It's like the 5s, the 10s, and the 25s, so that makes sense. So like, you know, oh, 10, then 50. No, I guess it's the 10 and the 50, right? Like you hit 10, then you hit 50, then you hit 100, then you hit, you know, like 250, something like that. Something like that. So that way I'm not like, this week we're doing the 468 followers special. Like, no. But if it's a good number, I will make a point to point it out. It's nice.
Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morning, you couldn't see the sun.
Get into VTubing, that's where the real money is right now. Yeah, I should make a fucking half-naked trans zebrakin or some shit.
Didn't happen to come by way of Old Hill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day.
Yeah, really. How you doing? It's been a little bit. I was gonna do some off-stream Final Fantasy 11 between this stream and tonight's stream.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him
grind a
shouting
little
from
bit.
down
Maybe
the road.
start the
No,
summoner quest.
You didn't hear nothing.
Work on my warrior. Honor of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. Only 250 years, huh? That's nothing. And now it's like it's pretty much destroyed, so you know, it'll be an interesting monument when all the communists try to tear down the statue.
We won't survive another night.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed. Be gone.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
Got a literal giant walking 300 pounds of KFC right here. Just saying.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
Oh, but they're so cute when they're sleepy. Oh yeah, we did get a chocobos, didn't we? How the fuck did I do that? No. How the fuck did I activate chocobo mode? We got it last time. I just don't know how the fuck I did it. I don't think we can do it here though.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
I wish I can mod this to make Clive's Steiner from FF9. Hey, it'd probably fit, honestly.
Find no succor to the South travelers.
Similar fight styles.
The Empire has seen fit.
Yeah, start a summer job quest line. You need to have a Carbuncle's Ruby. Alright, so I do have to do a little fruity side quest then. Little item fetch quest. Yeah, I think that's what we were doing, right? We're gonna like grind our secondary so that way we don't get our asshole fucking annihilated. Around mine at level 60, so I can gear up at least. Yeah, no, because what am I at? I'm at like 52, 53, somewhere around there. Like, I'm able to get the first weapon, but not much more than that. God damn it, of course there's... I want the item, though. Oh, wow, they didn't even aggro. Get out of here. Is that a chest? I see a chest in the distance. Yeah, I'd admit that's pretty cool. Just the, you know, the progress of graphics in general. Yeah, you don't have like, because you know when graphics start to get good and displays start to get good, you start to have like that sick ass draw in, where it's like you know, you could make out if it was there, but then it wouldn't render to the shit unless you got close, because then the CPU of the game system or your computer would just explode. Also, coding is hard, please understand. But yeah, so I was gonna do a little bit of that, just so that way I'm not too much a hindrance on your ass, Rayla. I was actually gonna do some Final Fantasy 11 this week. I was like, man, I was so tired that, like, I guess here's another thing, right, is getting Layla used to her new food and all that shit, and also constantly picking her up. I want to be able to hear her if she's, like, dry heaving or coughing, so I can pick her up, so that way she digests the food instead of vomiting it. And that's hard to do when I have noise-canceling headphones. Now I feel confident enough that she is sleepy and she's, you know, gotten good with the food, eating it, and with the Parmesan cheese on there to seal the fucking deal.
What happened to this place?
My mother happened.
Yeah, like seriously, Jill, are you fucking paying attention? It's like, what the fuck's going on? This is the 8th city we've come across in Rosaria that's a shithole that's been purged. Typical woman having to stop and explain to her the same goddamn thing over and over again.
That gets us. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Aw, you motherfucker, why would you put a little shiny there? Probably a treasure chest over there. There is, I saw one. Let's get the item. I don't want to kill everything. But this fucker's right here. Alright, they're not fucking close enough. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Summoner pop. Once again, what I want to emphasize again, the combat in this game is fun. It really is. The issue is like after like 3-hour session, you're like, okay, I'm good. It's but then you wait a week, you pick it back up, and you're like, yeah, this game's pretty fucking sick. And then after the end of the 3 hours, you're like, oh, all right, yeah, all right, I remember now. I'm remembering some things.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy!
Clive is like, Dad, was the pussy really worth it? And Clive's dad was like, hell yeah. You can't fuck crazy out of a woman, but man, is it fun to try.
Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! We'll cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
I read an article that Square might try to make more turn-based RPGs. I feel like they should. I mean, the demand is high, and other devs are showing that, no, it works. People do like it.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least
I've said
them.
before.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
I don't mind the action shit. I actually like the action shit. I just don't want all or nothing, you know what I mean? Like, they can balance it, but right now Square is leaning way too far on the action side.
Amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
The gates are now open,
Sure.
you see.
The entire place looked abandoned.
Not that there's no way to
Think
get
it's
in
safe?
there, you can just, prime, take a step over the fucking
As
wall,
long as it is
unprime.
abandoned.
Summoner in Final Fantasy 11 is pretty fun. Feel like it's a cheap alternative to the other mage shops, so you don't need to buy scrolls for it. Yeah.
The
Need
good
summons,
news is we haven't
level
seen
up.
a single black shield since Old Hill.
We can use more of their
Maybe they
abilities.
found who they were looking for.
What are, which jobs have the biggest MP pool? Because I feel like that'd be a really good secondary for Summoner. Oh wait, shit, it says right there. Yay, it's there.
Let's go.
It does the Final Fantasy 15 thing of they just kind of like walk in from off camera. Alright, yeah. They really should have made it so Torgo has a chocobo as well. That would be very, very cute. Also, you know, Shadow, right? Not Shadow the Hedgehog, but Shadow from Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's essentially the same idea as having a pet dog that helps you fight. Imagine if they did a Final Fantasy VI remake. I'm not saying they're going to. I would not hold my breath, but that would be cool. Ah! Ah! Now you guys know what it sounds like when Papa Fisto is macking on a fine bitch and nutting.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Making a woman feel real lucky. Get some of this shit. Oh yeah, it's some 10 spools of steel silk. Fuck yeah. Can't wait to take that to the blacksmith. The blacksmith I haven't been able to interact with for like 10 hours of gameplay. Because I've already had everything upgraded that the game has given me. I'm assuming that there's a bunch of bullshit to do, like, right before the final area. But I will do the DLC here. I still need to do the DLC for 15 as well, although I'm not gonna stream that.
Oi! Visitors!
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Come on, Clive. Are you seriously gonna be a pussy? Like, dude. Are you serious? Maybe just a tactical retreat into an open air. No. He's actually like, no, I don't want to fight. It's like, no, you should.
Or not.
Oh, wow, look at you, motherfucker!
Farewell.
Oh my god. Now let me make a necklace out of his severed head. I didn't even use my fucking limit break.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Oh, it's what's his nuts. Yeah, from the very, very beginning. Because the other homie died, right? Of your two bodyguards. Yeah, that was the dude that was healed by little baby brother
you have
Josh.
To fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Make the longest, most loving kiss. And then Clive beats his ass for stealing his hairstyle.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after.
Vive la Resistance.
Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant.
Yeah, doing a real bang-up
Though,
job. I've never even
we've
heard of
had
it.
our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Dark Knights and Rosaria are just like, wait, who? Who the fuck are they?
We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less
she
about
literally
the realm.
like had all of us
She
murdered
barely even cares
or
for her
attempted to
own
murder.
home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool.
Yeah, I mean he's right.
And
Clive,
since
you're
granting
retarded.
the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready.
Aww. What is the dog doing? Oh, what is the dog doing? Oh my
This is
goodness.
their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else.
He's a good dog.
If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with
Good
you.
girl.
For the good of
You
Rosaria.
can hear the food go down to her stomach when you pick her up.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish,
Oh,
I
there's
would be
no
honored
parties in
to
Final
serve at your
Fantasy
side.
16. 16 has no parties.
And we at
It
yours.
does. They just don't really do much.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
That's the confusion.
with pleasure, my lord.
He's so cute.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
A good sub job for Summoner would probably be the Red Mage, since that job has access to Fast Cast and a Refresh. I'm guessing Fast Cast is just a passive that makes you cast fast. Yeah, remember, Refresh, you always fucking using that shit. Whew. I'm gonna steal this shit. Alright, let me just make sure I got everything from that. Sorry, little baby boo-boo wanted to walk over and say what up. The Taint of the Empress. Nice. Cruelty spreads without cease across the land. Clive and Jill once called home. There's feud, snakes, sand, nights, dark times, such as the Guardians of Flame. Yeah, I mean, that's... okay. It's a bit of a cutscene for not a whole lot.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
Oh, so I did kill some of these guys.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud. You're telling me that?
Or is that what they're insinuating? That, like, we didn't kill them? Because, I mean, I killed the shit out of them. But, you know, we can retcon that immediately and be like, oh no, they just had boo-boos. You used the Phoenix down on them.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage.
The Gaia Blade. Oh, do we sell one of these? We might have sold one of these for better, because I think we used to have one, right? Yeah, that one's kind of trash. It's also trash. Yeah, it's not bad. It's difficult for a demon to find a willing vessel, so while the hells are cluttered with bodiless aberrations belonging to escape, rarely do they ever succeed. However, those that do exhibit inhuman strength and malice. It can wreak havoc on the corporeal world. Thus, efforts are made to trap and tame the fallen souls that they might not torment the living. Alright.
As you wish, my lord.
And we will equip that shit, because it is quite good. Increases limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage. Who gives a fuck? Who fucking cares? Meteorite. I will take a meteorite from you.
Of course, my lord.
I'll take some desert roses. I didn't even know we had these. These are new. I've never had one before. Right, 25 of them. Despite its rose-like appearance, the delicate sandstone formation found in the deserts of Dalmatia is no rose, but instead an inexplicable peculiarity of nature. Hey, isn't that where we're trying to find Final Fantasy 11 and kept getting our ass kicked because it's like psychotic? Or it's like 3 Shadow Lords in one. A reminder to the legendary fucking Toneberry protector of the Desert Rose. A reminder that humankind will never fully comprehend the world in which we live. It is also said to bring good luck. We're just gonna lurk, start building a new PC for your grandma. Nice! She needs a machine that runs Windows 11 because her current can't be upgraded. Yeah, the fucking TPM bullshit. And when I shopped around, it seemed like it would be cheaper to build myself. Yeah, it almost always certainly is. And a TPM chip isn't like... It's not expensive for a chip to have TPM. It's just like this bullshit requirement. So anything that's like, I don't know, before like 2014 probably doesn't have it.
Will that be all?
Like, I wonder if like Windows or Microsoft made a deal with oh, that could be nice. I think this is the first time we've seen Elixir. Or they made a deal with manufacturers or something, I don't know. Affluent nobles obsessed with finding the secret to eternal life have created an unprecedented demand for this quality herbal concoction, heretofore rarely used outside of battle. As such, its asking price has bloated to so great an extent that few soldiers can actually afford it. Is there anything we want to sell? Yes, we do have a guy a blade +2, yeah, I was thinking. We could sell our shit Imperial Infantry blade, we don't really need it. Do we have like 2 of these fuckers? Yeah, it says I own 1 on the left, on the right it says I own 2. Because one of them's equipped.
May it serve the cause well.
So yeah, forced obsolescence, it really is. I went to their website and they were shilling new PCs and such, yeah. Yeah, all good, dude. You do what you gotta do, man. I'm just gonna be dicking around here for a bit and then probably around early around 6. I feel like that's about right. Another like 2 hours, 20 minutes. Take care of the little baby boo-boo. And then probably like 7:30 to 9:30, just do 2 hours. Me grinding shit before tonight's stream. Yeah, I've said this before. When I'm playing Final Fantasy 11, I like it. But if I'm like off stream and just looking for something to play after work, just me playing like the Xbox Series S or something from bed after taking care of Layla is just a lot more appealing. And also, you know, once again, noise canceling headphones is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm trying to listen out for my dog to pick her up in case she's like about to puke. Although sometimes just like right now, I'm not sure she need to puke or just wanted attention, but like the fact that I picked her up and I heard her, you know, like stomach go bloop, 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 bloop. like you can hear shit dropping down to her stomach. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. She's a smart dog. I think even though she hates being picked up, I think she's figured out what I'm doing.
I will be here should you need aught else.
Dogs are good animals. They really are. They're very sweet. What are we doing? What was I gonna do? I mean, I guess I could save and create a new save data file. I totally meant to do that. So it's cool that your sword changes, but it would also be cool if like some of your gear changed. I know that can be kind of a mixed bag. Because sometimes you can have shit that looks really stupid, but playing Final Fantasy 11, I've never used
We'll show them as much mercy as they did our sisters and brothers in Old Hill.
I've never used like the fashion option, the you know, equip the good shit and then make it look like I'm wearing something else, until I got that goddamn helmet That clashed with my monk gear so fucking much I couldn't stand it. I looked literally retarded. What if I don't want to speak to him right away? Oh no, okay, because this is pretty much it, right? We just ran up here. And that was closed off. Yeah, alright.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills.
Me and my
This will
brothers
allow
are
us to
really
wage
good at
battle on
approaching
the
from
bridge
the
without
rear
fear
to
of
catch
being
my...
overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company.
Yeah, we could just kill them. How about the plan is I kill them?
You haven't changed a bit.
So wait. The bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Clearly this mission was a reference to the Michael Jackson song. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Alright, so I just have them now with... Oh, depending on where I go, I guess they just show up. So if I'm ever in this area, he's just there. Alright, once again, like, the game does have companions, they just don't really do much.
Don't you worry. You'd better. Brother Wade's life depends upon it.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Yeah!
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
How am I on levels? Am I like nearing the next level? How do I see that? Oh, I got to fucking keep grinding up Torgo shit. Oh, there at the bottom, you got the Pokemon style experience bar. Nice. Did any games do that before? I think that was a Gen 2 thing, right? Yeah, Gen 2, like, people... God, I feel like it's, younger millennials, older Zoomers who that was, like, their first fucking Pokemon. Gen 3, I mean. They all fucking love Gen 3, but, like, I never thought Gen 3 was that good. And I played Gen 4, and I was like, yeah, it's alright, but still not, like, that great, and it just... Yeah, Pokemon went down hard, but it sucks as then the fucking older millennials and Gen X are like, oh, Pokemon's game for children, but it's like, yeah, dude, for fucking a Game Boy RPG, man, you could not do better. Like, just pure hard stop. You could not do better. That shit was fucking tight, Gen 1 and 2. But, yeah, Gen 1 did a whole hell of a lot to push the genre, if you ask me. Especially on handhelds. But anyway, what the fuck was I looking for? Black Shield's main host is on the march, and Sir Wade's Guardians of the Flame plan to make a final stand, with or without Clive and Jill's help. Alright, cool, let's go. Yeah, so I will do the DLC for this game. I have it, and I said before I did the DLC for the Gladio quest line on 15 in my own time recently, and it actually wasn't that bad. I actually had fun with it. I'm surprised as hell too. Had very, very, very little plot, but like it was fun. very arcadey. But yeah, and I might even try the grindy ass DLC for 15. Was it where's like the multiplayer DLC? If you see anyone in game, which you won't. And the Ardents. I do want to do that. Yeah, once again, 15 like it isn't so fucking bad, dude. It's kind of a damn shame that it gets as much hate as it does.
Sideways.
Because to my understanding, since it was released, it got a lot of updates because it was apparently shittier at launch, like a lot shittier.
Bastards are lucky I didn't have my axe.
So they did like a light.
There they are. On your command.
Fuck, was the game where you go into space and everyone fucking hated it? Yes, Woman's Land.
What is it now? I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the
Why
Black
did we need
Shields?
to like meet Wade to do this? I mean, this was going to be our plan, which say, let's just kick their asses.
For us area!
For us area!
Jill's like, meh! Jill's like, Matt Damon.
Yeah. On these our swords we swear.
Oh, what's good, Ornery Eagle? How you doing?
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Oh shit, I literally forgot how to dodge because I was like, shit, that's awesome. I was like, wait, how do you dodge again?
The Imperials aren't taking any chances.
Oh wow, that's a nice little combo. Alright, there's another dragon somewhere. Ah, fuck. Alright, these dragons are a little tricky.
Stand, albeit a misguided one.
They're like, what'd you say?
In taking it,
They're whispering.
you have but proven our point.
We already have one,
That
you see?
This land
I told them we
is in
already got
dire
one.
need of cleansing.
Can we see it? No, now go away. Isn't that funny?
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finish him.
Alright, got me with that second one. Yeah, doing like when they're stunned, throwing down a lightning rod right there is like really fucking sick. Because then you hit them, and then you're also hitting that, which then also hits them. But yes, I need to work on dodging. I've like the game has just given me nothing but just shit to fight, where I don't even need a dodge. I just fucking plow through it. That going up against the dragon, be like, wait, what button was that? It's a little much of an issue.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked.
Yeah, Wade, and you were doing most of the work.
We sent every last
and
one
then
of the
me and Jill tried not to
bastards
laugh.
straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings.
We killed
For the
4
time
knights,
being, at
dude.
least.
Perhaps.
I guess we killed the dragon
Though I
too.
doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her
It cuts
loyal
back to
subjects
like
may
a
dream of
wide
the day
camera angle, and
when the
like
Rosarian
Clive and Jill are
standard
just
flies
gone.
over Rosalith once more.
He's like, Clive, Jill.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Did I unlock new side quests or something? Sounds like Isilde. Oh, yeah, we're getting close to the next level. Nice. Alright, alright. Yo, Lila. Young girl.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
Oh, boo-boo. She is so cute.
It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
No, I know, girl. Word.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir
girl.
Wade.
You're so cute.
If there is ever anything
we gotta
you
hold on to
need,
this dog for a little bit.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Oh my goodness. Nope, we're not going anywhere. No, Clyde, stop walking. I haven't commanded you to walk. I know, you're such a baby. Yeah, because we're gonna get a boat from our uncle to go to the Iron Kingdom to destroy the second crystal.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Alright, complete it down.
Not a chance.
Oh my goodness, she's a dog. I love you so much, baby. Yeah?
Alright, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Just threw up just a tiny bit, but let me just pause the stream, then, it wasn't much, though. I'll pause stream real quick. Alright, we are back. There we go. Jesus. Alright, so we got that on pause, that's there, let's remove that. Yeah, so it's like that kind of thing. I mean, that was like barely any vomit, but I still, you know, obviously, I still need to clean it up. So, I mean, I guess that's what it means. I mean, before it used to be like, she'd throw up like her entire meal. Here it's just like, I don't know. It's a tiny bit. Why, like, every time I see her drinking, I gotta pick her up and hold her. I mean, it doesn't like work 100% of the time. It works most of the time. And like, I guess, like, if she's going to throw up, the fact that it's like 90% better than what it used to is pretty really fucking good. But that is what I mean when I'm saying, like, it gets hard to stream. Because if I'm streaming, I got the noise-canceling headphones. But I have to I can't get too into one thing. I don't mean that as, like, a oh, woe is me kind of situation. Because Layla's the one that needs the help. She needs help. And I'm more than happy to help her. I'm going to help her. I love her. But it is tricky because it's like, I don't know, it'd be nice to be able to kind of like what you used to do, right? Growing up. Where you could just get lost into a fucking game for like 8 hours straight. I can't fucking do that. There's just too much shit I have to pay attention to. Anyway. It's my uncle. He bring weapon. That a Dragon Quest V reference in the back.
I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago.
A weird
and for
face.
uttering his name here, you shall pay with your
like
tongue.
He's not fat, but he has a fat face. That is a hell of a glitch. Unless that's what it's supposed to be.
You would mock
okay,
me
good.
as
I was about to
well.
say. I'd be like, goddamn.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshod.
It's a Final Fantasy XI reference you just made.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford,
Give me your fucking boat.
Inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Why, yes, a master, I shall be working them good place. Woo!
So you arrived late to one of her
God damn it, he's white.
did you?
Fuck.
Since becoming Viceroy in Annabella,
it's like Chris Rock and Jane Silent Bob.
Side, but
give me a white boy. Give me a blonde-haired white boy so I can enjoy that shit.
Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse,
she was always a bitch.
Governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my...
Yeah, you would have absolutely been able to 1v1 the entire fucking continent, yes. You would have made all the difference.
All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of
weird
weeks.
that's a very similar plot
you
point to
believe
Final
us
Fantasy 15.
About everything.
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
We're having the Final Fantasy theme here. Like, alright, this is where the journey is really getting started.
About you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
He brings him a car.
This will be fun.
That'd be a pretty fucking sick thing. If I ever make it big, guys, I'm gonna get a Cutlass Supreme. Suit that bitch up. That or an El Camino. Or that and an El Camino. Fuck it, why not both?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Fuck's been up with this bitch? He's been having a fucking like meltdown this like last couple scenes.
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom,
Oh yeah, I guess we are going
I
back
did
where
so
she
because
was
I saw no other choice.
from when she was enslaved.
Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, They turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet.
At least we're getting some character development for Jill, because she's kind
I
of
let them pull my strings, telling
been like a
myself
fucking
it was
wet
not
towel,
my hand
Jesus.
that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
Push her in, Clive. After you absorb her powers, Mega Man
I don't
style,
want to
of
be a
course.
monster, Clive. Do you understand?
I think the carpet matches the drapes.
I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive.
Did they fuck yet? I haven't really been paying attention. I'm assuming they
I must
did.
atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Oh, so they're just getting the boat and then going back like, hey, we got a boat. No, let's fuck off and go to the Iron Kingdom. Come on. Like, we don't need to check in. We are the, Jesus, they really want me to check in. Few are the days when the air about the city's piers is not alive with some barks of busy stevedores loading and unloading vessels. Stevedores, the fuck? Unloading vessels hailing from all corners of the realm and beyond. That is cool that the crystal is gone afterwards, because, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's just 5 crystals, right? And there's like 6 elemental gods or some shit. I don't fucking know. Do we ever find out what the fuck this is? It's a hole to hell. Yar, here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Oh, we got a new missive and shit. Alright, alright. What's that? Blacksmith's Blues. A reading table. What the fuck's new with the redstone? I'm guessing a new level. It's probably something as simple as that. Let's knock that one out. First and foremost. No. No. The fuck? Did you get a new appearance? Oh, Ambrosia. Alright. No, wait. No, we already had that one. Yeah, the normal's like so lame on her, if you ask me. I think it's just way better. And that one's just too edgy, even for Clive. Invictus. One of a set of 7 swords that said been forged in the flames of Mount Drastanus. Invictus has been passed down through the generations for use by the Archduke's family and closest shields. Archduke Elwin presented Invictus to Rodney Murdoch on the day he was promoted to Lord Commander of the Ducal Army. Did I get a new sword and not even fucking realize it? keep fucking grinding away at tour guide. I just keep forgetting it, just because like you just spam your strong shit and they just die, you know? Like why even do anything else? Let's see. A main used in everything from helms, crests to hairbrushes, primarily by those people lucky enough to have never met with a minotaur. And loaded Sir Crandall strike the main from the beast and rob him of his strength. Oh god. Seal marks its bearer, trusted ally of Wade, commander of the Guardians of the Flame. Brilliant red feather discovered by Clive. I guess I've never been in this menu for a while. Yeah, Typhon, right? In this battle. Oh, Typhon. Yeah, Typhon was the enemy, but not the thing that was controlling him. That was Ultima. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's either like a Satan, Cthulhu demon, or an alien or some shit. I still know what the fuck that is. The ship Clive secured from his uncle Byron's moored safely in the harbor of Port Isilde, waiting to ferry him and Jill in the Isle of Stannis, where Drake's breath arises from the boiling sea. The two return to the hideaway to complete their final preparations. Yeah, it's just so weird that we're stopping back here to bring down not only the Mother Crystal, but the Patriarch who saw Jill enslaved and forced to kill for his kingdom. Alright.
Monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster.
Maeve over there's the best thing to happen to Hideaway since well, ever. she's got a smile like sunshine, and she can pull an ale like no other.
Can I buy everyone an ale yet? No. It's like so fucking much money.
Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Is it worth it? Is it like, does anything happen if you do it? There has to be something. It's like so much fucking money. Do I see money? How do I see money? Come on, show me money. Alright, yeah, it's gotta take us a little bit. Oh, I was gonna look at the fucking sword. Goddamn, my attention span is like nothing. This doesn't exist. Yeah, okay, so we have Invictus. This is not as good as the Leviathan Bolt. Yeah, alright. Funny. I didn't know what the fuck this was. Is that a song from this game made into like NES style sounds? Because it sounds familiar. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I don't want to start... Well, I mean, I guess we can start it without, like, actually doing it.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
So go kill a giant monster for me.
I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Yeah, how could I refuse?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine. I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Nice.
Nothing but unwanted violets will do, if I'm to resurrect this stew. As to what they might be...
And we could just teleport and just say fucking do it.
liking to Lady Karen.
Still can't go certain places in here. If I go down, do I get like free items if I go down here? We might just run down to teleport over, so I don't have to walk all the way back up the stairs. Yeah, like it's a neat little area, it's a neat little base. I actually dig it. Whoop. Let me fuck up our legs. Alright.
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders...
Yeah, they say the same shit and they don't really do anything now. I forgot there's a mid in this game. Is this mid?
Flowers can bring succor, and they can bring death. It all depends on the flower. Which is why you shouldn't go eating them unless you know what you're doing.
Alright, let's do this shit. World map. Martha's Rest. I do like how a lot of the areas are actually interconnected. Like, you would not walk from one to another, you just teleport to it. There's no reason why you would, but
Stay sharp.
it's cool that's there.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
This is a nice sound theme.
Welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up, hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer, and there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 Reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
I like how that bitch is carrying all that shit instead of setting it down for a moment while she has a conversation. So I've just been looking at in the background. I'm like, God damn.
I'd live longer if I
My
bad this
shoulders
time
must be
farewell.
dying. Alright, how far up a walk? Yeah.
Rather fond of the old place.
Oh yeah, that's what we got our chocobo for, you know? Walking right over there, it'll be fine.
You go causing any trouble now?
And luckily we have the on-screen prompt as soon as we're able. Alright, so we got Gallop, Raiden. I think that's it, right? Oh, we can jump and glide. Alright, so it's like Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 had a good chocobo. In this where you'd like level them up as you just do shit in the game. To the point where they like help you out in battle. They wouldn't really do a whole lot, but then again, I didn't really level up to max. I didn't really do all the side shit, and
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
there we go. Look at that. Getting some Torgo action in here. And we got 13 experience. Wow. The tails of certain species of scorpions are prized as a delicacy. Trace amounts of poison remaining in their flesh, lending them a certain piquancy. The common marsh scorpion, however, not only lacks a stinger, but subsists on a diet of mudworms and bug moss, lending its flesh an altogether more troubling tang.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
I did indeed.
Marvelous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
We're gonna eat this shit together and trip balls. That's like being in the bathroom after Taco Bell. Jeez.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss.
Nice.
Odin's teeth. What, the salt on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up
Tell me it's like peyote. You're gonna be tripping balls. I tried that once in my life, a peyote trip.
It takes a moment to.
You can be that shit if you go to like fucking Indian place in the fucking
have
West.
I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
Yeah, I remember hearing that people did have a problem with mission complete. Because it is kind of weird. I can understand like a hunt complete before everything in the game being like, that is completed. This is very like MMO-y design. Which is nothing bad about that, but this isn't an MMO, you know? I've said this before, I think like they should have gotten like some consultation with some of the other branches of Square internally, and I feel like I don't know, things could just mesh a little bit better. Badge and metal +1. Defense by 30, okay. I mean, that might be pretty good if I'm ever having trouble. Or like before a boss fight, just taking less damage.
Maeve over there's the best thing to happen to Hideaway since,
Certainly not.
since, well, ever. She's got a smile like sunshine.
What are we doing now? Let's see. Got something at the reading table. Got a new letter. Like Blue's Clues. You gotta go to the mailbox.
Headlands wouldn't be half as bad to hold up the letter.
You gotta sing about it, goddammit. Goddamn, I left out. Okay, there. I'm about to say. Our trophy room was black as shit until we got close. Yeah, we got our crystal that we stab shit through, and then we got our chocobo saddle, and our apple basket. Is that it? Just those three things? Yeah. An apple a day. Let's see, this is from Otto. Okay, shit. I'm glad it was in English there at the bottom. I'm like, what the fuck does that say? See the Sigma symbol? Lad from the yard ran up a basket of marked tails just this morning. Sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze they were. Told myself I was only gonna have one, but I reckon if no one else listens to old Otto, I don't have to either. He lit Nigel and his lot. No, they've done a fine job. Was the time you'd catch none but Sid supping on those. For their foul bite. But for him, it never were about the flavor, but about what they represented, our ability to make it on our own. And look at us now, Sid would be proud. Flame none brighter. There, we got Wade. Alright, so that is just some weird fucking Elvish at the bottom there. My Lord Marquis. My Lord Marquis, there we go. I'm French, you see. I ask once again for you to forgive my men for your welcome back to Lazarus, but certainly you can understand that you were the last person any of us were expecting to see at our gates. In the short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the self-same man I followed and still win those many years ago, a true bearer of your father's legacy. If only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all those others who were lost that night were still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and I'm proud to stand alongside you once again. So yeah, shit, it's Gav. Why in the back of my mind is he dead? He's not dead, right? He's not dead. The fuck? Why did I think he was fucking dead? Alright, whatever. Oh yeah, because we sent him in the Dalmex. Alright. Maybe I was joking about that last time. Like, this motherfucker's gonna die. The Dalmex and the Imperials started to stand off. They snarl with each other. Fangs bared like slum curs. Yeah, because they're all kind of swooping in on the Crystal Dominion. Because the, yeah, the Empire, the Sambric Empire took over the Dominion. We never even got to really learn much about them before they were taken over by the Sambric Empire, and we still didn't really know the other group. We haven't seen them in a while. You have to look at a world map to remember who the fuck they were. Neither wants to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realize what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they've stepped in. If I were a man to lay a wager, I'd put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep you apprised. Alright, stalemate then. The fuck was this area? Yeah, so this is the Crystalline Dominion, which is now taken over by, I guess this was like no man's land or some shit. So now the Crystal Empire is like all this shit. Obviously anything dark is the Blight, which is just, you know, no one wants it anyway. We have the Dalmex, and what the fuck was this area? Waloed, right? Kingdom of Waloed. Yeah, they've been like a non-player for a little bit, not since like the beginning of the game. Where I thought they seemed like they were going to be like the main antagonists. That's like Sambrica's. Maybe they do eventually swoop in and become the main antagonist, but they're not right now. Well, I'm going to take a shit in a little bit, so we're going to take another brief break. Sorry, the coffee's hitting my bowels. It's been a while since I've had a coffee morning.
That monster's taking quite a
Let's get my boxing morning routine is like wake up angry because I'm like so fucking tired. And the boxing fundamentals class is at like fucking 9 a.m., which is insane to me. So wake up, take Layla out, get back, shower, to preemptively fight off the stink when I'm sweating just non-fucking stop. Then burn like 1,000 calories over the hour. Giving it all I've got, Captain. And then get back, feed Layla, pick her up, make sure she's digesting, shower, and then just lose consciousness for like 2, maybe 3 hours, and then get up, make coffee, and then stream.
A sea voyage this time, is it? I can lend you an oilskin. If
Oh,
you're
you
looking
could
to
be
keep the
my
salt off your back.
oilskin, baby. Fuck yeah. Jill's not around. Oh wait, she is around. You won't see. She's a little dense. It'll be our secret, baby.
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Same way they never heard about us, I expect. A part of me thought Drake's head might be the last crystal we ever cracked. But I'm glad I was wrong.
Were we ever gonna do anything with this one? I think we were going to check this shit out, right? Clairview Sandbreak. See if we can do this one real quick. Clairview Sandbreak, where the fuck that is. Air Norvant. Curse Breakers. Clairview, Cair Norvant, Sandbreak. See about that real quick. It's neat that you actually have to hunt them down a little bit, but it does give you some clues. Clairview by Cair Norvant. So that would be somewhere around here? I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, though. Probably just riding my chocobo. Like, I'm thinking that one chocobo, like, rap rock song was fucking Limp Bizkit. Apparently it's not. It's weird because Limp Bizkit, like, I guess it just sounded like Limp Bizkit as, you know, Limp Bizkit did shit for, fucking, what?
There's no coin to be had in this miserable land.
Final Fantasy Stranger's Paradise, or whatever the fuck it's called.
I know. It was hard for us Dalmex here in Sandbreck before the capital fell, but now we'd be stoned if we even approached Northreach.
Clairview by way of San... Clair Narval, some shit. Is that the thing I'm killing? Is that a rare thing or a common thing? Now I see 2 of them, right? I don't know what I'm looking for exactly. I guess I should try to read that shit a little bit more carefully. Yeah, just follow the path, we might find it. Well, that's a monster, right? That's the thing I'm fighting? I mean, that thing looks kind of big. I don't see anything else around that looks like it, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Aruna, hey, there we are. Let's fucking kill this thing. Hell yeah.
That's what I think it is. This isn't gonna be easy.
Oh shit. shit. Ooh, alright. Oh shit, goddamn motherfucker! You gotta like hang tight for a little bit. There we go. Not so bad. I had to use one potion, but hey, that ain't bad. Oh wow, we get a lot of fucking XP for that. And a level up. Sick. Alright, numbers go up. Let's see. To see the pattern on the surface of the spherical gem shift and twist, one would think a churning storm trapped within, though it must surely be a trick of light.
Rest well. I know I will.
Alright, well shit. Let's head back. Wait, what? The fuck you got? What you got for me, motherfucker? Because I did something for him? Maybe that was like blighting everyone here?
And what can I do for you?
The fuck you got, bitch? Oh, is that what she's got? Goddamn, that shit's money. Large slip of parchment upon which has been hastily scrawled several bars of music titled Treading Lightly. Oh, but I have enough to like buy everyone around. I'd rather just do that.
I'll be here if you need me.
This is a little bit more involved than some of the other shit in this game. A lot of the other shit in this game, honestly. I don't mind. Let's talk to this asshole next, though. Patron's Whisper.
How did we never...
Oh, because I got more renown. Yeah.
Not fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go. Seen enough?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
See, pillow talk. A busy courtesan. Yeah, why doesn't Clive fuck all the prostitutes? I mean, really. Such is the renown of Sid the Outlaw, that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. A particularly enamored sort left this on the nightstand. May it serve you better than it did him.
You earned this.
Berserker, yeah. Okay, so you only ever see the next 3 things you're gonna unlock, I believe. Okay, gotcha.
All done?
Let's see what we got then. Yeah, you really want those ability points and XP point increases. You just do. Oh, we got this. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. I mean, that's cool and all. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather have everything else I have on right now. Just the default increase of attack. The Berserkers of Southern Ash, known for their fearlessness on the field of battle, were known to wear these rings not only on their fingers, but pierced all over their bodies. Alright, so not only on their fingers, but they wear the rings somewhere else, too. Head to toe. Scholars now believe the unnatural courage that displayed was a result of extended exposure to the concentrated aether imbued in the jewelry. that poisoned the blood of its non-bearer wearers and induced a madness that ultimately became associated with battle frenzy. Sick. How are we doing on abilities? Ah, man, it's gonna take us a while to get Judgment Bolt. Jeez. I mean, we're more than halfway there, but, like, damn. Guess we did get the limit break increase. Being another increase would be sick, but I'd rather at least have the increase of everything. What's the difference if we get more shit? Details. Just no more hits. Just better. Mastery adds a 4th limit break gauge. Gotcha. So the next one is the last one. That'd be worthwhile dropping points into that.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
That is not the voice I would expect.
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down.
It's a good coffee
Whatever
game.
it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the
Real-time strategies are not good coffee
I'm thinking
games.
he might if we both bent his ear.
It's
'cause he
good if you
respects
just want your
innit?
coffee to go fucking cold,
So,
or room temperature, I guess.
What you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
Knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Gotta make this motherfucker feel better. I also do want to read a little bit of lore. And then we'll hunt another monster, and then we'll start on the next quest. It's gonna be going on for like another hour. The fuck out of my way, stupid freshman.
Monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Got warts on my
Tell us
sphincter.
all the same.
Now fuck off.
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer...
Alright, so you want me to buy some armor for you,
the
dickhead?
craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right, we're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale.
That's fucking
I didn't think
awesome.
anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Alright, let's see. Where the fuck is Karen? Oh, she's right here. Right here in my hand.
Karen, do you have a moment?
Let me,
Blackthorn
let me finish my
recently come by
Swisher
a
suite.
leather cuirass.
My Swisher suite real quick.
An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
Sorry, I'm not black enough to remember the
since he
phrase
saw it.
Swisher suite without stopping and thinking about it.
For him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe?
I was literally just in Karen Norvent.
That was it.
Fuck you.
Thank you, Karen.
Or the gate to it,
Lost
anyway.
without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
If that leatherworker's even half the craftsman Blackthorn says, someone's bound to have heard of him.
Where is the library? It's behind me, okay. Is that the point of the side quest to teach me how to use the hunt board? Because I literally just use it.
Did you come to borrow a book, Sid?
Shut the fuck up!
This one till we finish.
You don't deserve to talk to me. You don't even deserve to look at me.
My knowledge is yours. I don't
Let me
believe you've
tell
read
him
this
about all the
particular
crazy shit
chapter
we've met
before.
and seen. Ah, so
You
close.
wish to study the tomes?
Guardians of the Flames, why not? A clandestine group of ducal loyalists who lead the rebellion against the imperial occupation of Rosaria and Empress Annabella. Many of their number are drawn from those who survived the imperial attack on Phoenix Gate in the year 860, who know full well the Empire's involvement in the Duchy's fall. They make their home in the abandoned Lazarus district outside Port Isilde, from where they conduct their raids to free bearers from the imperial yoke. Yoke. Sir Wade. Did I read all the shit? Loyal Shield of Rosaria, chosen by Lord Commander Rodney Murdoch to accompany Clive on the expedition to Stillwind. Once but a low-born page, Wade was inspired to join the ranks after a woodpile fell on him and his life was saved by young Joshua. Though he did all he could to return the favor, he still owed to Joshua for saving his life as a boy during the attack on Phoenix Gate. Wade was to meet the same fate as the prince. Loyal Shield of Rosaria, though was thought to have died on the attack on Phoenix Gate, he somehow survived not only the disaster, but the Imperial conquest that followed. He and other like-minded shields took up residence in the abandoned Lazarus and formed the Guardians of the Flame, brothers in arms who fight for the restoration of the Duchy. Read up on Byron Rossfield. Oh, did we, know him before? I don't fucking remember him at all. He, appeared briefly in the first cutscene in the background. I don't fucking know. A younger brother of the late Archduke Elwin and Warden of Port Isilde, a thriving trading port in the south of Rosaria. Byron inherited a small fortune from his noble family, which he built into a larger one by the virtue of his mercantile wits, wiles, and adventurous spirit. There's not a trading house, nor a tap house in Valsthea and beyond that does not have a tale to tell of Lord Byron Rossfield. After the duchy was incorporated into the Empire and Byron stripped of his titles, he shut himself away into the manor and gladly volunteered every gill of the onerous taxes and tariffs with which he was newly burdened, all to avoid drawing the Empire's ire and to keep their attentions from his support for the Guardians of the Flame. Sick. There's nothing new in the bestiary. What was it? Typhon, yeah. So Ultima was just wearing the skin of Typhon. So fucking weird. Think it'd be cool if that was like a servant of Ultima or some shit. I don't fucking know. But it's the idea that he was just pretending to be Typhon. That's kind of bizarre. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Oh, let's see what we got here, boys. Vessel. A name that the being known as Ultima gives to Clive. It appears to be synonymous with mythos. Weird. Oh, yeah, because I think Ultima's trying to find, like, a human vessel. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he might either be, like, demonic or Cthulhuian or fucking alien. He's otherworldly. Yeah, he wants a really, really, really strong, not icon, but what was the term for someone who a dominant? Yeah, he wants a strong dominant to, like, I guess, inhabit the body of. I guess maybe he only has a. Yeah, maybe he's trying to conquer the world or some shit, something like that. Maybe his people put the crystals here on this planet. The name by which Ultima addresses Clive appears to be his title for the vessel for limitless power that he means to make of the young Lord Marquis. But to what end he requires such a thing, only Ultima knows. Saint in the Sectary, a beloved Valstian fable wherein the good knight Sir Crandall of Camelot, servant of Saint Sybil and the Unshod, does battle against the evil warlock Medu. The story was a favorite of the young Clive Rossfield, and he would often act out scenes with his uncle, the young knight, naturally taking the role of Sir Crandall, and his rumbustious Uncle Byron making a convincing Medu. A couple more in here. Notorious marks. While afield on their expeditionary excursions, the curse breakers will oft learn of the creatures, or somewhat unsurprisingly humans, that for reasons varying from the loss of natural habitat or the lack of food or overexposure to aether, have begun to exhibit uncharacteristically violent behavior. Due to the threat they pose to the realm and her peaceable inhabitants, these terrors are deemed notorious marks and a bounty placed on their heads. Missives, the second simplest method of long-distance communication used in Valstia after whispering one's message to a traveling trader and trusting in the strength of their memory. Though letters are more prone to interception than stoluses, they have the advantage that they can be sent to those one does not know. Their major disadvantage, that the majority of the common folk of the twins can neither read nor write, limiting their exchange to those of a certain level of education. Efforts are underway to offer such an education to the bearers of the hideaway, and many are already more confident readers and writers than their former masters. Cute. Alright, we'll read one more thing, go to the next category. Media, the burning red star that sits beneath the moon. Folklore ascribes to Media. Maybe that's where Ultima's from. Who knows? I'm kind of like dead set on him being an alien. It'd be crazy to get a throwback to spoilers 4 or 7. Describes Media to be the message bearer for to the moon, so it's common custom across Valstia to wish upon the star that one's heartfelt desires might be conveyed to the heavens and beyond. Lays of land. This is where it's like the biggest fucking category. God damn. Is that we've met most of these fucking pricks. Who's the medicine girl? An orphan girl who pays for bread by making and selling medicines. Don't even remember her. Serious watcher. The fuck? Sign of a lesser noble family of Dalmechia, tasked by Hugo Koopa to trace the whereabouts. Oh, this is that fucker, yeah. Whereabouts of Sid the Outlaw, the man he believes slew Benedicta Harmon. His investigations lead him to Eastpool, where he overhears Clive and Gav's conversation and follows them back to the hideaway. This guy was in the intro cutscene. Chief strategist and former field marshal of the Dalmechian Republic. While there was a time he took personal command of his troops, Hugo Kupka's rise to prominence led to his being recalled from the battlefield by reason of his advancing age, for which he bears the vainglorious dominant, a deep-seated grudge. Gotcha. Attendant to the Crown Prince. Second command of the Dragoons, the foremost fighting force of the Holy Empire of Sambrique. His sword remains ever at the ready should anyone be foolish enough to make an attempt on the life of his liege lord, Prince Dion. Avis. Branded soldier for the Holy Empire of Sambrique, who served alongside Wyvern. None knew his true name. He and his band of elite assassins were tasked with the taking of the head of the dominant Shiva, but he was to lose his life to the Crusader's axe in the course of the mission. Hey, these are the fuckers from the intro cutscene. Read about BS. Second longest serving of the bastards, an elite band of slave assassins serves the Holy Empire of Sambrique. He and his sergeant, Tiamat, fought alongside each other for many a year, and BS trusted him with his life. Alas, there was little Tiamat could do to save him from the boulder that was to fall from the skies during their ill-fated mission to infiltrate the Dalmekian Republic and take the head of Shiva's dominance. A bearer in service of the Holy Empire of Sambrique, Tiamat was the leader of the elite assassin squadron to which Wyvern was assigned, the Bastards. Let's see. Their latest mission to take the head of Shiva's dominant. To this end, they infiltrate the Nisea Defile, but the forces of the Republic of Dalmekia and the Iron Kingdom are aligned against each other, though none knows his true name. Rumor has it that the man known as Tiamat was born as a scion of a noble Sambriquois family, and abandoned to his fate after his powers awakened. What, like he wasn't even captured as anyone? They were just like, hey, let's give him to the Sambriquois to use as a bearer. Wow, alright, that's fucking cool. They didn't even use them the way that Rosaria used their powers. Let's see. A subordinate Wyvern, real name Clive Rosefield, turned upon him and cut him down. Get fucked. Alright, now we'll read a little bit of the lay of the land and then call it. I just want like a little lore reading each stream, you know? Crystalline Orthodox. Yeah. Okay. The Iron Bloods. A religion dedicated to the worship of the Mother Crystals. Its priesthood enjoy great power with the patriarch, leader, and chief shepherd of the faithful. The most powerful of all. While best known as the state religion of the insular Iron Kingdom, it was once practiced throughout Valsthea. To its believers, the Mother Crystals are literal gods, and the wasteful... Oh wow, we're gonna fucking cause all sorts of chaos destroying their fucking Mother Crystal. To its believers, the Mother Crystals are literal gods, and the wasteful expenditure of aether through the use of magic is strictly forbidden. So maybe, like, it wouldn't be turning... Like, maybe they're right, and the rot of the world wouldn't be happening if people just didn't use the magic, which would accelerate its draining of the land, causing the blight. But I feel like it's causing the blight regardless. We're just accelerating it by using crystals and using the aether of the planet. It's amazing the parallels you can draw of each Final Fantasy to like a couple other Final Fantasies. So I've seen like some 4 and 7, depending on where they go with Ultima. A lot of 13. In terms of tone, a lot of 2. This have been my comparisons a lot. In terms of the Mother Crystals just existing, a lot of 11, oddly enough. As such, those who do use magic, dominance, and bears both are seen as subhuman abominations. The Gregorian Church, yes. Egregor is a goddess, gotcha, and that's like everyone else. The state religion of the Holy Empire, or just Sambrique, okay, Holy Empire Sambrique, whose followers worship the goddess Gregor as the one true deity. At the church's head stands the Holy Emperor, voted into office by his fellow cardinals, and supposedly they're equal, though this is widely recognized to be a convenient fiction. The followers of Gregor worship dragons as sacred servants of their goddess, and since the founding days of the Empire, they have both doted and depended upon them. Which is why it's, yeah, Bahamut is the head, is the icon of Sambrique. Northern Territories. Bitterly cold region in the northern reaches of the continent of Storm. It was originally home to the Mother Crystal known as Drake's Eye, around which a series of small nations sprang up. that mother crystal get, like, taken somewhere or destroyed? The fuck? How was it originally home to the mother crystal for Drake's Eye? Nations whose belligerence proved troublesome for Rosaria over centuries. In time, however, the mother crystal's power dwindled, and with it, the power of these warlike nations. The blight encroaching on their territory even more. The remaining tribes were united and pacified by Archduke Elwin Rosefield of Rosaria in the year 854. Let's see. However, the years following Rosaria's annexation of the empire, a combination of both the Blight's inexorable advance and Sambrique's lack of interest in the territories, has only worked to quicken the area's destabilization. Where Drake's Eye is where we're going, right? Crystalline Impasse. Yes, that's in yeah, that area. A conflict fought between the Holy Roman Empire of Sambrique and the Republic of Dalmeki in the year 878, largely concerning control of the Crystalline Dominion. The Dominion had previously been the subject of a non-aggression pact between the Valsian nations, but in 873, the Empire claimed the twin side as its new capital. It's like, you only got it conveniently right before we destroyed the crystal, oddly enough. That's just because the blight was like spreading so fast in the northern areas. An act which eventually spurred the Dalmex into military action. Probably because they wanted it, but also now they're surrounded by all sides by Holy Imperial land. Non-aggression treaty, a pact in which was codified the agreement between nations to refrain from invading the Crystalline Dominion and laying claim to its mother crystal, Drake's tail. So that's the tail, got it. Drake's head was the one we killed. I think we're going for the eye next. It both cemented the Dominion's position at the center of the world politics and placed checks on the ability of key players to exploit that position. Because no one would attack them without everyone else declaring war, just because... yeah, just convenient that way. Drake's tail. Mother crystal located in the Crystalline Dominion is one of only 5 remaining in Valsthea. Oh, so there used to be more crystals, and maybe they were just, it just sapped up so much aether that it just fell apart afterwards. And is the largest of its kind, silhouetted by the setting sun. The islands of the Dominion spread out before it. The tail is truly wonderful to behold. The Boiling Crusade. A surprise attack launched by the Iron Kingdom on the Duchy of Rosaria in the year 860. Rosaria was critically weakened at the time, having lost Archduke Elwin Rosefield and been plunged into chaos in the aftermath of the attack of Phoenix Gate. The Iron Blood unleashed a wave of murderous destruction on the Rosarians and returned home with human spoils in the form of countless young women and children, Jill Warwick among them. Oh yeah, that's another similarity with 11. A lot of rape. Royal Intelligencers. An elite unit of Royal Knights of Waloed led by Benedict de Harman. Yeah, I forgot that's what Waloed did. Yeah, Waloed has not been a player for a while. Who led the clandestine incursions deep into the territory of enemy nations for a myriad of purposes, espionage, assassinations, chief among them. Unlike Waloed's main battlefield forces, those orders are usually issued by their Lord Commander. The intelligencers reported directly to the king, or at least they did until their dissolution in the aftermath of Sidenclav's surprise attack on Caer Norvant. At which point, they all fucking died simultaneously as Benedict de Harman. Royal Knights of Waloed. Kingdom of Waloed's main battlefield forces, also known as the King's Guard, while they ultimately answer to King Barnabas, the Knights' orders are usually issued by their Lord Commander. The Royal Intelligencers, a special unit led by Benedict de Harman, dominant of Garuda, are a notable exception to this rule, reporting as they do directly to the king. Drake's Spine. Oh, do you never, like, see it? Or maybe the picture only gets filled in when you get close to it? Because I'm assuming we're, like, killing all the crystals, no? Mother crystal situated in Stoner, capital of the Kingdom of Waloed. Sheer walls strikingly similar to the towering cliffs that line the coasts of Ash. The interior can only be gained by means of a solitary stone span that stretches from the heart of the city proper. Being the last remaining mother crystal on Ash, the crystals harvested... Storm and Ash, I remember those two. The crystals harvested from its surface are a vital lifeline for the Waloeder people. but even their number is far from enough to sate the kingdom's appetite, thus forcing her king to seek sources elsewhere. Alright, one last bit. Alright, goddamn. Solely surviving nation in ash, Waloed has its capital in stone, her capital of the Mother Crystal of Drake's Spine. A warlike land, its considerable military might serves to keep neighboring countries at bay. Not all are deterred, however, and the constant need to fight off hordes of beastmen prevents the royalists from launching a full incursion into Storm. This is a very harsh area and also vast, and a lot of blight, so okay, got it. Its ruler, Barnabas Thummer, dominant of Odin and Warden of Darkness, recently dispatched units of intelligenters to Storm with the order to scout ahead prior to a full-scale invasion. Having ceded territory to the Holy Empire of Sambrique in the Battle of the Twin Realms in the year 865, the Waloeders launched an attack on Belinus Tor in 873 with the intent of regaining their lost foothold in the continent across the strait. Oh shit, I didn't read this one. While Waloed does maintain a notional alliance with the Dalmatian Republic and Southern Storm, it's very much military convenience. Got it. Alright. Last little bit here. Somewhat surprisingly, the Sambrique Empire's incursion into the Crystalline Dominion prompted no immediate response from the king, who appears to be biding time and considering his next move. Alright, one more. Nisia Defile. A deep, arid valley located in the eastern part of the Dalmatian Republic. During the Battle of the Twin Realms in 865, it was the site of repeated skirmishes as the Iron Kingdom attempted to make incursions of Dalmatian territory. Alright, one more, I lied. Zernitra Consult, and this was the intro of the game. Looking to bring an end to their long-running conflict with the Iron Kingdom, the Dalmex convened a council with their Waloeder allies at Zernitra Stronghold. However, the Waloeders were unwilling to concede to the Dalmex request, leaving the Republic no choice but to feel its dominant Hugo Kupka. In doing so, Parliament further indebted itself to this already powerful player in national politics. Yeah, well, it's like, why would we send dudes to fucking die in a battle against the fucking Iron Kingdoms, especially if they're gonna just summon Shiva, and then they're gonna die anyway? Just stop being a bitch and let Kupka do his bullshit. Neat. Alright, one more. This is a huge category. We're never gonna get through all of them. Republican Parliament. Yeah, in the last couple of streams of this, or there are a lot of the middle streams of this, I was sick, man. Oh man, it sucked. The Republican Parliament, the highest council of government of the Republic of Dalmekia. 7 ministers are responsible for ruling the nation, though their will is often molded to that of their permanent economic advisor. Hugo Kupka's the economic advisor? Let's give him a bullshit fucking title, because he's just gonna beat our asses anyway. Who leverages his power as the dominant titan to shape the Republic's policy. It's funny. Alright, cool. Man, there's a lot of shit in here.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Yeah, alright.
Come to borrow a book, Sid? Because you can't have this one.
It is a neat world. Do a lot with it. Once again, I was kind of surprised that I called it, though. I was like, you know what, I wonder if the writers of this game ever worked on any, or, you know, were the writers or ever worked on anything with the Iblis Alliance games, and sure enough, they did. A loose connection, but it's there. One of the head designers, one of the head guys of the team.
Dust.
For, shit. For Final Fantasy Tactics. Fucking was like the head writer for this one. Speaking of which, yeah, I am interested in picking up Final Fantasy Tactics Remake. I think I mentioned this the last time I was streaming this. That like all of my main complaints, they like address every single one. Looking at the initial news and shit and the trailers of the game. So, I mean, the fact that each game in the Final Fantasy Tactics series, like, addressed one of the main complaints I had about the previous ones, and then when they were remaking the original game, finally, they're addressing all of my complaints, mean those are legit fucking complaints, for the record. That does mean I'm right, fuck you.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Same way.
Ask about Griffin sightings. Did I hear you say you were hoping to hunt down Griffin Kupo? Then do I have the billet for you? Billet? Bullet board? Bullet board? That's what they call it, right? Bullet? Is it more of a bullet sound? Bulletin board. Yeah, right? Bulletin board or bullet? I mean, it's a word I don't really see or hear too much ever. And especially a horrible one the locals call Dazmare. Alright, nice. Oh yeah, I gotta like really actually look at the fucking image before, yeah, so that way I know what the fuck I'm looking for. While passing along the trail from Lost Wing to Caernarvon, one of our order was met with a sudden blast of wind so strong that it bent back the trunks of the old oaks. And heard a cry so terrible that he ran for his life. Questioning the locals revealed that this area was the nesting place of an elder griffin known as Dazmare, a beast much hated for its appetite of both chocobos and children. Alright, Lost Wing, Caernarvon. Westgate. Oh, come on, dude. Fuck you. Here we are. Lost Wing, here in Nirvana Valley, so it's somewhere in here, I guess? How the fuck did he get here? Because I know you go through the town. Oh, it's a town of, like, fucking screen stutter. Seems to be doing alright right now. For how much longer? This is the one where you had to go through the cellar passage, right?
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
What the fuck was this? I guess we should check out the cellar passage. I'm not sure if we ever fucking did anything here.
They're to go on the caravan south.
I don't see it saying that anything's locked. I don't think we ever got to see what the fuck this was. Maybe we'll get like a reward or something just for walking through it. Did we ever do anything here? I don't fucking remember, dude, at all. Yeah, I think this is you just wait until you can do shit here. Is that it? Really? No, maybe eventual hunt or something leads me here. Alright, we're gonna warp back. Save some time. Might as well. Why walk when that's quicker by a lot?
Sid.
Guess you said my name. This bitch wants to fuck. Once again, fucking Clive could get seriously laid. He just chooses not to.
The crystals we get from the tail are all.
I admire
You're
his
quite
anti-nut
talented with that
fucking
yours.
focus. Dude, he must fucking kill in November.
I've caught my share with it. As did my grandfather before me.
I think it's up here. The layout here is a little confusing. I think we found it. Okay. He's like, why the fuck did you have to brush up against me? What the fuck? Alright, looking for a fucking griffin. I think that's what they meant, right? They're from somewhere in Lost Wing and then some other area. Ah, fuck, really? Run to go. We're getting some extra ability points. And 2 gil. Don't spend it all in one place. Oh, I forgot to buy everyone around at the bar. One of the things I was saving up for. And also, we do fill our limit bar a little bit. I don't really care about the Dragon Avis, but I do want to move past them. Nothing here. Alright, looking for a griffin. Come on. I want to get in a fight with the Dragon Avis. Those guys just tank way too fucking much. Although we are getting stronger, but I feel like... Oh man, fuck you. I want to move around them. They're level 13. It's not that big of a deal. I just would rather avoid a fight if I can, while still picking up the shiny rocks along the road.
Time to fight.
Looking for a giant fuck-off griffin. It shouldn't be that hard to find. Chronolith is detected nearby. Do I do anything with it? The fuck? Is this useful later on? Alright, maybe I can... Okay, good. So it does pop up later, so I don't have to, like, rediscover it. I was about to say, like, that sucks, because I'm not gonna remember this shit. Just later on, you can do shit with them. Maybe there's, like, a search for them. Surprised we didn't find it last time then, jeez. Whoa. Hello, let me grab whatever the fuck you are. A 2 gil, good. That's really what I wanted. Anything else down here? No, just the 2 gill. Come on, I don't want to go all the way around, you fuck. Hopefully it's around here, not like within this area. I thought it was like Lost Wing to how the other one said by way of Cara Norvant and Clairview. I think we should be finding this fucking thing. Maybe it's in this big open area. Fuck, hopefully.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey.
Hey, there we are.
Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
We never been here? The fuck? Maybe not, because those like don't restock. Those like once you get them, they're gone. I would like to do all the hunts in 15. It's just there's so many in 15 that like I'll do a bunch of them and be like, all right, I'm good.
The luck will have to wait.
Ogle, look sharp.
Oh, god damn.
There's a good boy.
Oh, that's a great combo right there. Holy shit. Have him staggered, plant a fucking electric crystal, then do ignition. Motherfucker, holy hell. That's just damage on damage. Scarlet Titty. One of the hardest metals known to man, Scarlet Titty is highly sought after by those with the means to pay its exorbitant asking price. A price determined not by its rarity, but rather due to the fact that a forge must employ no fewer than 5 healthy bearers to produce flames hot enough to melt the ore, at which time it takes upon the deep scarlet hue from which it takes its name. Sick.
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man?
I want him to be my boyfriend. That's our man.
Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You
Human leather.
Well, you
This
did
guy's
save
a
my
sick
life.
fuck.
And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you.
Whenever they like make Clive's model smile, it's just, it's just something uncanny about it. It's kind of
Hopefully
weird.
this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
It's like when like Schwarzenegger's the Terminator smiles. Hey, the fuck? Why am I glowing fucking blue?
And with a bit of luck, Clive might even find the...
Hey, I found the geezer with a bit
How'd
of
it go,
luck.
Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this. Along with his regards.
Sample of supple hide addressed to the artisan, Camel's exacting standards, is a nary a trace of the barnyard musk of lesser leathers, instead smelling faintly of rose hips.
You're joking.
This means the world to me, man.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble caring for.
Oh, can I finally do things to the blacksmith again now?
Work to be getting on with.
For the love of God.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. Nah, it wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
You're mating with Blackthorn, you fucking queer? Happy Pride Month, motherfucker. I love how they just get a full month and there's never been like a discussion for it. It just happened because it's convenient for propaganda and marketing purposes. Whatever. Drake Slayer gear design draft. A diagram detailing the steps to craft a belt and vambrace fit for a hero. Yay, find a fucking lead. God damn. A lot of work. You have obtained a design draft for Drake Slayer gear. Design drafts unlock new crafting options with the Black Hammer. Visit Blackthorn, the Hideaway, for details on hero requirements.
Clive? What do you want?
Alright, what we fucking got is a better question. Alright, so it's a lot fucking better and we don't have Electrum. Alright, okay, cool. It shows you that I need to get something first. Gotcha. Oh, wow, for both of them. That's shitty. Alright. And with a cry that echoed through the skies, she thrust her sword down into the mighty Drake Snape. Life having escaped the Elder Worm, he went crashing into the sea where his corpse lay unmoving yet unsinking. Here's the Drake. Translation by Moss the Chronicler. Only when she saw the Drake no longer stirred and his eyes were gray with oblivion did she remove belt and bracelet, casting them into the worm's maw where they might rest for eternity. Seems like a pretty fucking big increase, especially in defense. HP is alright, but the defense upgrade is pretty sick for those. More than 10%, huh? Do I want the increase in traveler's spends? No. No, I don't. Alright, well, I mean, I have them, so now in the future, if I get some hunting gear, we can do some crazy shit with them. Patron's Whisper. Oh, we unlocked something new. I kinda like those. It's a little bit Tales-like. I've said before, there's a lot that's Tales-like about these games, only, you know, single player. Tales, whatever. I guess the comparison falls apart. I mean, I said that before, though. If like I wanted to play Tales, I would just play a Tales game, which is good. They're great games.
About these Guardians of the Flame.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Let's see. Rose is a Rose, Orchestrion Roll, and an Empty Shard. Merry Mummer. Swelling Chorus. It used to be I would step into a tavern only find myself overwhelmed with requests to sing of Dion the Bold or of the Girl and the Serving Girl. Is that like, oh, was it the Lusty Argonian maid? But now all anyone wants to hear of is Sid the Outlaw. You made me a very rich man, my friend.
All yours.
Oh, what's good? Fallen One, how you doing,
Come
baby?
again. I may have more for ya.
I'm just chilling. Let's go to the Orchestrion roll. I guess it's Orchestrion. And listen to what we got. Goodly so far, and you? Doing good, man. Fucking real tired, but hanging in there. Did boxing in the morning. Got back. Fucking took care of the little baby Layla. Slept for like 2 hours. Went to a fucking coma. And here I am. What is this? Yeah, there's a lot unlocked. Holy shit. Is it the Rosaria theme? Yeah, okay, that's the Rosaria theme. Planted 5 rose plants from 8 to 10 a.m. Crazy. I fucking hate gardening. I really do. It's like, it's so much fucking work. People fucking do it though. People, it's a very common hobby. People love it. I'm like, I work out there for a little bit. I'm like, all right, kill me. I'm good. Granted, the sunlight burns my eyes, and the bugs like to suckle on my fucking delicious blood, and I sweat profusely. So maybe just not for me, but yeah, a lot of people fucking love that shit. You become self-sufficient though. You know how to grow plant. If everything
There are new billets being posted every
just falls
day,
to shit,
but not enough
you can
swords
survive.
to see to them.
Alright, let's see what we got here. What else are you up to recently, Fallen One? You playing anything recently? What we got here? Reports have been received of wild avis of striking size, making its nest atop the hill adjacent to East Pool, Broken Hilt, Rosaria. East Pool Hill, Broken Hilt. Though all efforts are being made not to rouse the beast's ire, it is surely a matter of time before it needs to feed. I hereby petition any brave volunteers to march to the northern border, that we might cut the fiend down before it makes trenchers of the nearby villages. Alright, Broken Hilt, East Pool Hill. Broken Hilt. Oh. Broken Hilt, East Pool. There's a hill nearby. Got it. Alright, so heading south and probably up there. Yeah. I think we're right there. Let's see. Planted 12 rose bushes last year this time of year. 7 of them died. 5 were placed on warranty. Damn, they give warranties for rose bushes. What do you think killed them? Were they just bad fucking plants? Or did they not take the soil? Or maybe was it just like a fucked up summer? This morning it wasn't so horrid temps, so planted the roses to replace the dead. Still need 2 more. Gotcha. Where are you local to, if you don't mind me asking? East Coast, West Coast, Central, North, South? I'm looking at like Central East Coast, you know? Michigan, gotcha. Alright, so it's fucking hot up there, I'm assuming. But still probably hot, the heat wave be hitting you. So I think we're just going this way, right? Yeah, alright. Then hanging left, because that is the Broken Hill up there. It was 112 a few days ago. Where you're at up in Michigan? That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I think we hit around like 110, I think. That's fucking psychotic if it was hotter up there than it was down here. I don't think we like got hotter than 110 though. I think it was around that fucking ballpark. I mean, I wasn't staring at the fucking temperature though, but I was driving around sweating my ass off. We are close to getting full limit break, which is good, because we're gonna need it. I like the limited frames of animation when they're far away. That's cute. Belphegor. Oh, fuck you, dude. This fucker like move or some shit? I thought I planted like right on top of him. Ooh, all right, Dick. Come on, stand still, fuckface. Hey, I already gotta get ready for like having 3 of those fucking things. Oh, come, dude, I was literally going over to use a fucking high potion, motherfucker. Oh, that's so frustrating. I'm like trying to stay locked on and dodge and also hit the left button and move the camera over. Just couldn't do all of them at the same time. This ain't fucking locked on them, motherfucker. Jesus. Oh god damn. Alright, that does a shit ton of damage. And that's why he keeps fucking using it, good. Holy shit, that's probably why I died last time, my god. There we go. Yeah, that does a shit ton of damage. Holy shit, dude. That does so much fucking damage. You just gotta make sure you like double dodge to the side. That doesn't always fucking hurt. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. My fucking lord. It's like all my fucking health is gone. Yeah, using that like planted crystal of lightning and then ignition on top of a fucking limit break while they're staggered. That is like a really fucking disgusting combo.
Oh, there aren't any more.
God damn, that like fucking like shotgun flamethrower this fucker kept spamming. That was insane. That took out like half my health bar each time, dude. I need to use it like 3 fucking times in a row. What a cunt. Oh, good. Fuck it, we've killed it. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. That's insane. It's a hardcore fucking battle. But it is causing us to try to find better combos of our abilities, which is pretty nice.
How did we never hear about these guardians of the...
What's some of our other abilities? I should take a look at that, because I know some of them were weird, like some of them were like the counter projectile one for Garuda, which this is too much for me to do. What's the other one here? Yeah, because that's just only on one enemy, and I'd rather do the pile drive, which is just like bam. Yeah. It's like and lightning rod is disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. You can do all sorts of disgusting shit with that one. And then this one, yeah, we have so much shit here. The shield is pretty cool. It is. It can stun lock motherfuckers. Yeah, that one blocks back projectiles, but I never remember to use it. It's pretty long range though, which is pretty sick. Yeah, these are just pretty fucking good. Just like one big bit of fucking damage, either, you know, AoE bomb or just like one enemy just fucking them in the asshole. Kind of like these two, especially considering ignition. It just plays off of that like lightning crystal so good. I really like what we got here. Although we can always make other sets, we could. How are we doing on the abilities? Only 500. Oh no, 800 left. Jesus Christ, that one's expensive. That one is so pricey. Holy fuck.
Same way they never heard about us, I expect.
Nice. Alright, all fucking done. Good. Let's get started on this one, or maybe we should just stop it here. We might want to, honestly. Alright, well, we'll fucking stop it here. Honestly, this was like a good... We got a little bit of progress in way of, we got an extra level, we got some progress in way of story. Did some side quests. Read a whole bunch of shit in the lore. Where were we at? Here be monsters. I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna look up like where we're at. I could do that while on stream. Return to desktop. So I kind of like doing that. I mean, obviously, it's maybe a little spoilery for games. It's kind of like knowing how much of the game you have left. I just like to know. I like to know, like, all right, am I halfway through? Am I a little bit? Are my pacing good? Because sometimes, like, I get so bogged down doing side shit that I'm like, oh, I'm only like 2% through the whole through the main story. That sucks. But here's what we'll do. Let's look up a generic IGN guide, because that's going to have all the chapters listed. It's usually what I do. Alright, cool. So you got that shit. Here be monsters. So, is that 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, we're a little bit further than the halfway point looking at this shit. Which sounds about right. We didn't really get a whole lot of, story progress, but we did get story progress in this one. I'm gonna have to. We're like 30 hours into the game. We're gonna have to speed it up a little bit. That sounds about on par for a Final Fantasy game, 60 hours. Although it is a lot of just spamming your ultimate abilities. Because the boss fights are great. The Monster Hunter boards, quests, those actually challenge you quite a bit. But all the battles in between, you just kind of like do Flames of Rebirth, everything dies, and you move on to the next one. So, it's a good game. It is. What did I give it? Like, maybe like an 8 out of 10. 7.5 seems a little bit. It seems too extreme. Yeah, and looking at the reviews for Steam, all-time reviews at 79%. I'd say that sounds about fucking right. The fact that I'm considering like 7.5, but that's like too fucking harsh. Yeah, so that's about right. And we are gonna do the DLC of this game. But yeah, there's my ranking I got of the series, the franchise so far. I don't think Final Fantasy 16 is gonna move. Probably ditto with Final Fantasy 11, honestly. Because there's the two I'm working on. But Final Fantasy 11, we're like 150 hours in. That bitch ain't moving. That is like fucking right there. That's exactly where it is. That's where it deserves to be. Yeah. So that's if you want to look at it in a different way. Final Fantasy 16 is not in the bottom 5, but it's also not in the top half. I feel like that's about right. That sounds about right for Final Fantasy 16. Because the general like consensus I've been getting is there are some people who hate on it, and there are some people who love it, but the general there seems to be much more of a consensus with this Final Fantasy than a lot of other Final Fantasies. Final Fantasies have always been just like very fucking divisive games of like opinions all over the fucking place. 16 seems to be generally like, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. And yeah, I concur. But guys, tonight we're going to be doing some Final Fantasy 11. I'm going to take care of the little baby boo-boo and then get a little grinding in that ahead of time. So that way I don't let Rayla down. And tomorrow morning, we are going to be doing a double stream, a very fucking meaty double stream of Shining Force 2 and Tales of Symphonia. Both are games I have, once again, last weekend we just didn't do shit, which is unfortunate. And there might be like a brief evening stream of Half-Life 2. No guarantees there. This weekend I am on call again, which sucks. It is what it is. What it is just kind of gay. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. That's just like, at work, I'm one of the 5 people on fucking call. It's like, I can guarantee you of those 5, I get paid the least. I don't mean to be an asshole, but it's a little depressing. I feel like I work very, very, very hard, but I don't really get recognition. It's just kind of unfortunate. But I don't really have the time to like advance my skill set either. I don't know. It's just 2025 has been a little rough for me, honestly. But if nothing else, little baby boo boo is finishing her dog food. Now that we're doing Farmer's Dog and she's throwing up less, and yeah. I got that. Hopefully I can turn her from the brink of death, because goddamn, she really does look like she was crawling out of Auschwitz there for a bit. So we gotta turn that around. My God, trying to find food for a dog with a fucking stomach and throat issue that is getting old and picky is it's crazy. It really is. Not to end on a downer note, but guys, I love you. Thank you guys. We did hit 500 subs YouTube recently, and that's fucking cool. But guys, make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Much love and peace out.